Bengals coming off a bye week.
Right.
The key to me is stopping Joe Mixon and making sure he doesn't get going early. And I'm
Right.
sorry I'm in your brain right now, Ike. I'm sorry about this, but scoring 5 touchdowns in his previous game, and I swear he was trying to win all of fantasy football in one half of football against the Panthers. And to me, that's where it all starts, because if you stop Joe Mixon, don't get me wrong, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, very good receivers, but their job is made easier when Jamar Chase is out there. To me, line of scrimmage, you've got to stop Joe Mixon from getting going early. That's the key to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth, Mark. That's exactly what I was going to say. And I was talking to somebody about this yesterday at our cigar event. So make sure y'all go to howardgcigars.com. Anything you want to celebrate, or if you like stogies, make sure you go to howardgcigars.com. Get you a one-of-a-kind. Bam. There you go. But, yeah, Mark, getting back to what you just said, Joe Mixon is the key. You know, Joe Mixon had you pretty much a lot what the people call a stat for the year. He did that in one game. That's what Joe Mixon did a couple of weeks ago. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, which has always been the question mark, stopping the run, that's exactly what they're going to have to try to do against the Cincinnati Bengals, to stop the run, because, you know, you're not only missing Jamar Chase, but, you know, you're taking a lot of pressure off of Joe Cool. Even though Joe Cool can handle it, you're taking a lot off of him by handing the ball off to Mixon. And Mixon a couple of weeks ago, man, before they had this bye, he was cutting up, as the old people would say in New Orleans, and cutting up in a good way. He was cutting up on the field. And when you have 5 touchdowns, and when you just a guy like Joe Mixon, and you understand every time he scores, he does dances. He was running out of dances. He was scoring so many touchdowns. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, they will have to find a way to stop Joe going off like how he did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's hilarious, to where it's like you've run out of dances when you get into the end zone. You score so many times. That's amazing. That's amazing. Bengals, 1 game above 500, Ike. They need this game. The Ravens are still a heavy favorite to win the division, but coming off a bye week, we'll see how they play. Mike Tomlin says earlier this week about Joe Mixon, quote, he finishes off runs. He plays with violence in the secondary, end quote. So I don't want him getting to the secondary. Let's keep him at the line of scrimmage, get the front 7 going. And I don't want, him on the back end and going against corners and safeties. Let's bottle him up at the line of scrimmage, Ike.
Yeah, Joe low, bro. I don't think people understand. Joe like 225, 230. So and he tall with it, 6 feet. So this is not a small human being, and he's built compact. You know, I was watching Joe when he was at Oklahoma. So then I got an opportunity now to just watch him because he's in the division, and we got to play him twice. So Joe is a low, and he's very elusive. Like, he's not just a stiff runner. Joe can pretty much do it all. Got good feet, got power behind it. And usually when you see Joe run the ball, man, Joe is falling forward. So that's what you got to love about Joe. But on the other hand, man, I hope he don't have a game. I hope the Pittsburgh Steelers defense shut his butt down.
How about a rinse and repeat of what the Steelers did to Alvin Kamara, Ike? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be awesome.